Namaste, angels. This is the biweekly reading for the sign of Capricorn for the period of today, Monday, December 30th through Sunday, January 12th. We're going to get right into it, beginning with your overall energy, which is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups upright, very positive card. For the most, I mean, well, yeah, I was going to say for the most part. In love, it can be a little bit tricky. We'll get to that in a second. So, in terms of general energy, you may be thinking about the past, your childhood, family, memories, things you wanted to do, years that have gone by. You know, maybe like when I grow up, I want to be and like just now thinking about the fact that you never quite finished, you never really pursued, or maybe looking back on the fact of how you did exactly what you set out to do from childhood. You know, I said I was going to be a singer and I'm a singer, or whatever the case is. I'm thinking about the good old days, maybe even getting together with some people from your past, you know, perhaps holiday gatherings and stuff like that, friends coming together. In terms of work, it's a really good time at work, but it's going to your work is going to require you to tap into your like creative outlets and you know, put as much of your writing, your communication skills. If you have a job that allows you to involve other creative outlets like drawing or painting or whatever, this is a really good time for you. Or, you know, let me be like, if you travel to work by train, maybe you want to work on some of those hobbies while you're on the train. If you like writing poems, stories, whatever, songs, maybe do that while you're on the train. Or if you like to draw or scrapbook and stuff, that could be a really good outlet for you right now. Like, so in terms of work, that connection that also needs to be right now, just some creativity. So if you're not able to do it physically at work or in your work, then, you know, do it surrounding work if you can. Love. So yeah, I said it could get a little bit interesting or tricky where it relates to love. It can be about a need to like get refocused toward the future. Maybe you're too stuck in the past. You're too focused on the past. If you're focused on the past because you have an interest in someone from your past that you want to pursue, then pursue it. But if you are involved with somebody in your present and your mind is always on the past, that could be a problem, especially if your mind is always on a particular person from the past. You might want to get refocused towards your future. What are your goals? What are your dreams? You know, do you want to have a family? You want to have kids one day? You know, all these things that you've planned, or again, like you want to have a big house, you want to live in an apartment, your work may come into play again. Well, okay, if I want to do that, then I have to, you know, switch up with my career. I want to be able to work from home, so I need an office inside my house. Things toward the future. I need somebody who, you know, in terms of love, is going to be supportive of, you know, these thoughts, these ideas, these dreams, these goals that I have. So, again, if you're thinking about somebody specific from the past, then let's think long and hard about whether or not we want to rekindle that relationship, and then stick to our decision once we do. So like if we decide we do, don't keep somebody that you're involved with in the present just stringing along while you're, you know, focused on this person from the past. And don't hold on to the person from the past and keep those cords going if you're just stringing them along. Go ahead and cut it and move on and go back to your person from your present or your future. You know, there is that saying, exes are exes for a reason. That's not always true. Some of us do get separated by different circumstances and things that were beyond our control, not because we, you know, stopped getting along, or, you know, one ghosted because they were dealing with something or felt a certain kind of way or whatever. But with time, maybe that has changed, and maybe that space allowed them to realize what they really wanted, and that's you, and now they can't get you off their mind. It can be all those kind of different things, but just make sure that you're doing what you want and that you're not stringing anybody along. So again, going forward or going back, pick one and do it. If you're single and you're trying to meet somebody, you still may have your mind just too stuck in the past, or maybe on a particular way that you think things are meant to be because you remember them being like that for you. So you may want to refocus in that vein and open yourself up to new possibilities and ideas. In terms of your finances, it too will be connected to nostalgia and possibly children, particularly if you are looking to make an investment or something. Yes, it's a good time for you to go ahead and do that, but you are going to want to, like pay particular attention or give it the particular focus on things, companies, items, things that you can support, or organizations that are nostalgic too, that are retro. So maybe you want to invest in, Hasbro toy company. Maybe they're making a comeback, Legos or something like that. Things that appeal to children. Maybe you have a child and you want to become part of this new YouTube craze where, children are becoming millionaires before their parents because they got these killer channels and stuff like that. Maybe you want to get into that. Something creative, something involving children, something involving nostalgia, possibly. Money also can come to you from someone from your past, maybe through an inheritance or somebody that owes you money. And maybe you weren't expecting them to show up and give it back to you. You just thought it was gone. All of a sudden, poof, you could be getting paid back. I think you're the first sign that I spent so much time on your overall energy. I'm not sure what that was about, but I guess it's going to come into play. Some of the things I talked about for some of you. So we needed to get all of that out. I talked about the Phoenix last week in the love reading. And I just said, one of the cards, the beginning card of the overall energy was the Phoenix. And I sat there and I talked about that Phoenix card. And I said, you know what? I don't really know why I went on like that. But sure enough, there were 3 sightings of course, not real phoenixes, but phoenix images around the world. One was in the Northern Lights in Ireland. This big shape of a phoenix. I posted it on my Facebook. One was in lava and a volcano in Sicily. The lava was coming up over the mountain in the shape of a phoenix. What was the other one? The other one might have been my video. I put my video out first before these occurrences, and I was even moved to make the thumbnail a picture of a phoenix. Something similar happened with my general reading too. I was going on about trumpets, and I even named the video "Sound the Trumpets." And then in the news about a week later came up where around the Middle East, I like to put it in quotes because there is no Middle East. Middle East of what, as far as I'm concerned? And the answer is Africa. But anyway, people heard, like in Israel and other countries, people heard these trumpets and felt that the Messiah may be coming. Is that my phone? Hang on, I'm sorry. I hate to stop a video. I think my phone. Sorry about that, Capricorn. I usually have my phone on completely silent when I do these videos. So when I heard the vibrating, I don't know, something just said answer it. And I'm glad I did. It was actually about my mother. One of her neighbors telling me that she's on her way to visit me, but can't find her phone. And so she had asked this woman to call me instead. So now I know she's on her way down here. Yours will be the only video I have to put together, process in Movie Maker. So I apologize about that. But let's get back into what strength is about. It's in the position of your most focused. That's why I was trying to give you like all the possible meanings. But strength is a card that's wonderful in every area of your life. It means that you have the wherewithal to face any and everything that comes your way during this next 2-week period. And you're going to be making sound and good decisions. Also the strength to be able to, like if you had a falling out with somebody, you did have, a situation with somebody from your past, whether it is romantic or a friendship or something familial, you will have the ability to, show that person compassion and to exercise forgiveness toward yourself, toward them. That's really what like strength, true strength is about, right? The ability to let bygones be bygones, and to look at everybody's perspective, and to hear people out and listen, and to effectively communicate. And that's what you're going to be able to do when this strength card shows up like this for you. Also, it's a good time to like meditate on some things. So again, with connection to the Six of Cups, spending time alone, focusing on the different things in your life that you, again, goals, dreams, and how you're going to achieve them, because your energy is high, and is strong right now. So you can really make some sound plans and get some things in motion if you come up with something solid that you want to do. In terms of work, yeah, it's also a very, very good time. You may even be getting promotion or something, maybe discovering some sort of new skill set that or reawakening one from your past. I haven't really used this, in a long time, but let the job know I'm capable of this too. They may be choosing you. I'm skipping ahead, but since I'm talking about work, they may be choosing you to also travel for the job, or maybe to relocate or something like this, with the Knight of Wands showing up in your position of work and finance, because the Knight of Wands may in fact be a Leo, potentially, or Leo energy. So this could definitely be connected. Somebody might be asked to travel for their job, or can you take a new job a new position that's going to require you to do some business travel or to relocate or something. You could be up for that. So if you're interested in that, maybe brush off your resume, redo your resume. They may ask you for it, even if you already work for the company, and make sure you got those skills that you haven't been using, that you forgot about. You added them on. I actually forgot that I had earned a whole certificate in school. That I have a New York State certification in manufacturing management, and it came up in my Facebook memories a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I forgot I'd earned that. I had to check my resume to see if it was on there. I'm not sure. I'm not shopping for a job, but I'm like, maybe I never even updated. So you may have something like that going on too. In terms of love, again, strength is a positive card in every area of your life. Things should be going well. Just feeling very supported. And that should be mutual, because you should have the ability to also support, right? You have the strength to support too. And if you're single and looking for someone, this is also a better than usual time to meet people, get out there, especially with the Knight of Cups sitting next to this. Or it's also a good time to maybe get with somebody from your past. The Knight of Cups for me can be representative of somebody who's returning to your life, as can the Six of Cups, and Six of Cups also soulmate relationships. So that may be why you're so focused on somebody from the past too, because there's a soulmate connection with them, and you're realizing that you're in the wrong relationship, or maybe you're not in a relationship at all, you're single, but you're realizing with whom you should be, and it's somebody from your past. For finance specifically, money should be flowing well too, or in a positive cycle at least, where you're not feeling the pressures of it. Try to save a little if you can. Again, maybe you want to invest in something officially, like the market or something like that. Even if it's just a little bit, you set something aside for you from your paycheck, especially if you get a promotion or a raise, which could very well be possible. And some of you may be wanting to do something big, like, purchase a big ticket item, even maybe like a home. Again, with this very family feel showing up. Maybe you've got kids now and you need a bigger space to live. You want to buy a home or something like that. This is a good time, just similar to the need to put a little something away. Don't buy something that is like more than you can comfortably repay. Don't get a mortgage that's like too much for you, or a car that's too expensive, or with too high of a finance rate, or something like that. Just watch those kind of things. And I think that's it for strength. And okay, let's go specifically to the Knight of Wands now. So the Knight of Wands, again, is one of these cards that also speaks about travel and work, similar to what I was saying about the strength card. Wands are about movement. You know, the fire element is about movement. So that's why that can come into play. Also, if you are asked to travel for your job, it should go really well, but your job should be going well in general. Work news in general should be good. If you're waiting for, like you're looking for a job and you went for an interview, you're waiting for results of an interview, you're, likely going to hear that you got the position, and you got to consider the other cards that are around too. Strength and the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, so it's all about new beginnings and things that are working out for you. And the position is going to be something that you're likely passionate about, that you're going to be good at, because it's this sort of thing you like to do. Wands or fire, also about passion. Money should be flowing pretty easily too. Again, we have to consider the other cards. Strength means that. The Knight of Cups means that too. Still, yeah, you may want to save a little bit and even cut out stuff that you don't need, expenses like where you can. I was talking to a friend yesterday. It's the new year, and so we're all focused on, like, well, a lot of people, not all necessarily, but a lot of us are focused on, diet, losing weight for the summer. Now you got to prepare any pounds you packed on over the holiday and stuff. And I had taken a picture the other day of how long my hair has grown. It was like down my back, in the back. In the front, you can't really see it, but in the back, it's pretty long. So I had taken this picture of the back of me, and in the picture, like a fat roll was in the picture. I sent it to her, and I'm like, oh my God. Like sometimes you notice, she said, girl, I had just done a video of my son's birthday party, and I almost didn't post it because yikes. And so we were talking about getting into fitness and stuff, and I talked about, the gym membership that I pay for that I haven't been, and this $7.99 online yoga thing that I signed up for that I've never done. Those kind of things. If you think about it in your own life, you may have some stuff that you can say, you know what, I'm not even using that. It's a big waste. Let me cut that off. I'm not suggesting that you give up your Netflix if you're into that, or your cable, the things that are extra and sort of like wasteful when you think about it. May want to cut those off, but everything's going well. I don't want to scare nobody. So let's move into the Knight of Cups, because I sort of skipped him. I don't know why. He's a really good card. He means that things are going well in a general sense too. Your cups runneth over in this 2 weeks. Maybe because your birthday time, a lot of times that happens when it's your birthday month, like just really things are good for you. So happy birthday, by the way, to any Capricorn celebrating over this 2 week period. I did not say that. Work projects, things at work, things you're applying for. If you don't feel like things have moved forward for you already, at the job, when the card shows up, the Knight of Cups, it does mean that something is coming, right? There will be something that is going to make you emotionally happy at the job. And you should be, it also shows up to tell you that you should be proud of what you've done so far, your contributions to the company, organization, or even your own business. Like for whomever you work, you should be proud of what you've accomplished. In love, of course, it's a super positive card. Everybody wants to see the Knight of Cups. Like I was mentioning before, for me, it can be about somebody returning to your life. So an ex or something coming back, and especially with the Six of Cups as an overall energy, definitely can be about that. It can also be about getting swept off your feet in terms of love. And that came up in the collective reading also with the Knight of Swords in the same position. For the earth signs. So it was for your element. So you guys definitely, particularly this week, and it's a bi-weekly reading, but especially this week, since it came up for the collective this week too, could be getting swept off your feet by somebody. Maybe, you meet somebody with the new year. If you're not already coupled, maybe somebody with whom you're already coupled does something amazing to, knock you out. Like, you just can't believe it. It could be proposals and things like that happening. And also it means like positive messages, emails, texts, phone calls, offers, things that you want to hear. Again, things that are going to be emotionally fulfilling. And you need to be open to exploring any feelings that come up, even if they are from the past. However, now we're moving into this position specifically of love and relationship. The Ace of Swords in reverse can mean that not so, especially with the Knight of Cups sitting atop it. Knight of Cups is about being swept off your feet. Ace of Swords in reverse about falling real hard. And possibly for somebody who would be considered inappropriate for you. Maybe they are older. Again, looking at the Six of Cups. Maybe they are older than you, or and so that's like taboo or something. I personally don't care, but for some people that is taboo. Maybe they, for you, would be considered like taking a walk on the wild side, like a bad boy or a bad girl, and opposites do attract. So if that's not you, that's this other person, and you find yourself strangely being drawn to this other person. Yeah, I mean, it could be really, really hot and steamy, especially, again, if you take into consideration the other cards that are here. But, there's always a but. That saying, if someone tells you who they are, believe them. This could be the kind of person that says, hey, I'm not really looking for a commitment, or, I'm really bad at relationships guy. I guess that could be a girl too. There was a song like that where it was a girl, right? Wale was a Wale song, right? Easy, baby, I never made love. She would say, I'll be bad for you. I can't remember the lyrics right now. I don't know why. But I'll try to look it up and post it just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. So you can look it up. You can check out, I'll try to link the video to that. But yeah, those kind of people that say like, I'm just not good at relationships, but we can have something, whatever, that doesn't have a label, and maybe that's what's not you. Maybe you need conformity. You are an earth sign, right? So you like plans, you like methodology, like you like to be methodical and specific about what you're doing and how you move. So maybe somebody that just has no rules and no borders, it's just a free-for-all without labels and without restrictions, is out of the norm for you. That could be the kind of person that you fall for. So it's not necessarily bad, but there is the potential for you to not be on the same page. I'll put it that way, for you to not be on the same page. So especially if you meet somebody who is different or, might be considered inappropriate for you, you may want to think about this reading and consider having a real conversation with them. Because the Ace of Swords is also about truth, right? Cutting through the bullshit, getting to the truth of a matter, effective communication. It's crossing the Strength card again. Leo is about effective communication also. So you may just want to put the cards on the table in terms of what you guys have or don't have or are moving toward or not moving toward, and go with that. Let everything else be organic. And actually, I didn't mention, but here you have this card called Seek the Truth, which is for me like a Seven of Swords / Seven of Cups kind of card. And it is about using your intuition, very, very heavily relying on your intuition to figure out what your next move should be. So maybe even, especially in terms of this love situation or the situation potentially that's coming up from your past, you want to, do some meditating and see what you come up with as a decision for yourself. But what I did not know until picking that up was that up right behind it is also this Embrace card. This card too came up in the general reading or the love reading for the week, and I believe it was a general, and I believe I read it aloud there, but I'll go ahead and read it for you too. It may have come up for Taurus also, because I feel like this feels like deja vu. Like I said, I'll read it for you anyway, but it came up in the general. Yeah, I think maybe Taurus also. So some Capricorns may be dating a Taurus, or maybe you have both of those earth signs in your chart or something like that. Let me grab the book here because I wasn't necessarily prepared for that. All right. Embrace, keywords, achieve, welcome, appreciate, dreams, wholeness, and contentment. And this is from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. And so they're tarot cards, and this one would be considered like a major arcana card, the one with the black borders. And major arcana card 21 in the traditional tarot is the World, which for me is about moving out of the universe, stepping in to help to ease us out of a situation that we should have left alone a long time ago. It can also be about something coming full circle. So maybe somebody coming back, some relationship or situation coming back around to you, or having completed something, having completed one relationship, now you're getting into another one. So those kind of things. But this tarot deck is specific to love. So let's see what they have to say. When it comes to love, the universe is smiling upon you at this time. Yeah, we see that with the other cards too. Energies are moving and shifting and coming together to give you exactly what you need and want. Your efforts to clarify your heart's desires, to be present in current relationships. Yeah, no accident that this card is here for you, right? After I talked about being stuck in the past. So you're guided to be present in current relationships and to actively manifest new relationships. Now, all of that is bearing fruit. So any efforts that you've put toward either one of those is bearing fruit. In this moment, you are in a position to achieve all that you have dreamed of regarding matters of the heart. I would agree based on the other cards too. Again, your dreams are ready to manifest. Allow all of the pieces to gently fall into place. Remember, I was saying let the rest be organic after you decide what you want. Don't resist. Just embrace. That's the name of the card. Embrace. Your own personal energies are combining to bring you to a new level of being whole and perfect. This will allow your relationship to fall into place beautifully as well. To support the process of integration, work with the concept of having an open and grateful heart. Express appreciation, which you can do with the strength. Remember, I talked about you're going to be particularly compassionate and forgiving and all of that, all those things. That's the true strength, how you demonstrate true strength. So grateful heart, express appreciation for the many things in your life. As you go through your day, be aware of the grace that surrounds you. Grace shows itself in ways both large and small. The larger manifestations of grace may be your family, your health, and your home. However, excuse me, that happened in the general also. I sneezed during the general reading. However, there are many smaller manifestations of grace that can also be acknowledged. Appreciate the warm sun on your face, the cool breeze blowing through your hair, the lovely flower growing from a crack in a stone wall. By being grateful, you surround yourself with contentment, and through the law of attraction, you will welcome more of the same, including more fulfilling relationships. And if you want, you can even add this affirmation, maybe repeat this to yourself. I acknowledge my many blessings and am open to receiving my heart's desires. So let's get to your advice now. What additional cards from this deck you guys will receive? Masculine and feminine archetype. Masculine, this is the real Seven of Cups for this deck. Daydreams and decisions. And again, it goes perfectly with the rest of what we've talked about and what we've seen here. You've got fantasies, you've got your nostalgic thoughts on your mind, thoughts of the past, thoughts of the future, goals, ideas. Time to make a decision about, which we're going to move forward with. And feminine, new vitality. This is like another ace for you, like an ace of wands kind of card. You got the knight here, and now you've got like an ace. So all kinds of new, fresh wonderful, positive energy of moving forward coming to you guys. This is like champagne life, champagne dreams for you guys. And you deserve it. Again, it's your birthday month. So enjoy. If I don't talk to you again before your birthday, have a good one. Have a good one. And have a good holiday, safe holiday. Namaste.